Well, got a new PlayStation game today, guys, and I thought I would show it right now. So, got the original Black Label edition of Resident Evil 2. It is in very good condition, booklet and all. Let's open it up here. This is not the greatest hits edition. I was glad to pick this up. There was Resident Evil 1 and 3 there as well. I already have Resident Evil 1, as most people know if they've seen my previous videos, PlayStation collection videos. So both discs are here and in excellent condition. You probably can't see the condition that well, but they are just they don't look like they're scratched. The booklet out there, and there's advertisements for a action figure, a magazine, comic book, survival guide. What else do we have? Resident Evil movie, which was not quite out by this time. This came out in 1997 or 1998, either one, I forget. As far as I know, this game was released in 1998. It was in development in 1997, and I have not played the demo of this game, which was a little bit different than, the final cut of this game. This game is rated M. Excellent survival game slash strategy. It's kind of scary. It doesn't scare me like it used to. I used to play this game back in 2000 when I had my original PlayStation, or my dad's I should say, which I need to get back at some point. But started playing this game again and brought back a lot of great memories from playing it. It is a little tough on the normal setting, so I went ahead and tried that about 4 times and couldn't get through, even get to the Raccoon City police station. So I had to go with playing on easy. But most of the time I don't do that on games. I like to just go with a normal setting if I can, and just play through it like anybody else would if they are a veteran gamer. So I really enjoy this title. Always have. Also have it on emulator, but it doesn't look quite that good on my computer. And there's nothing like playing an original game on an original game system. As most people know, I don't use emulators too often unless I absolutely have to. If I don't have the real system or am feeling lazy, I usually play a game on an emulator, but I don't really recommend it. And I've already said that. So paid $15 plus tax for this game. I thought it was well worth it. I almost opted not to buy this title and go ahead and get it on the PlayStation Network. I believe it is out on the American PlayStation Network. If not, then it's still on the Japanese PlayStation Network, and you can purchase games on the Japanese PlayStation Network. You just need a Play Asia card, and there's different ways of getting that. Just Google it if you want the information. I don't really know much about that whole thing. You have to get a ticket and all this stuff, so that's a little complicated, but it's well worth it if you really want to play this game on the PlayStation 3 and you don't have a PlayStation. If you don't have the original disc, if you don't want to play it that way. Personally, I like to play with the original disc if I can, since I don't want to take up a lot of space on my original PlayStation 3 hard drive. Anyways, back to the review. Booklet is intact. I haven't looked at it. I think it's black and white stuff, like as normal. It's pretty much your standard booklet. Starting the mission, how to work the controls, starting all your missions, and talking a little bit about all the items you get, the plants and all that good stuff. Biography of the characters. It's just kind of blurry. Sweepstakes. Someone left this in here. More posters like the original Resident Evil booklet has. Now you start off, you can play as Leon, or I think you might be able to play the Claire disc. I'm not quite sure if you have to go in order and play, the first disc first and then the second disc next. I haven't really researched it lately. But, great game altogether. I mean, wonderful series. I hope they get back to this style of gaming, the scare tactics, and you know, a less action-oriented game. Now, don't get me wrong, the Resident Evil 4 and 5 are great for what they're worth. But this game really started it all with the horror factor in games, and nothing else has come along like it. You know, I mean, there's Alone in the Dark and Fear and games like that, but this really took the cake when it came to making a horror game. I've noticed when I just started playing it again today that I was kind of feared, you know, walking around the next corner, you know, as to what would be around that corner, you know, a whole horde of zombies, and you know, you really have to conserve your ammo in this game for the most part. If you're playing on normal mode, you just have to kind of push your way past the zombies and hope that everything turns out okay and you get to where you're wanting to go in the game. But very, very well presented layout of the packaging, and graphics are very good for the time. I mean, I have not really been one to criticize the graphics in a PlayStation game simply because they were the best for their time and the best they could do at the time. And you know, I mean, it was more about gameplay back then. Kids these days seem to think that a game with shitty graphics is no good. Well, this goes to show that they're spoiled and need to look back into the early PlayStation catalog and maybe play some of these games, and it might change their view on that. That's just my opinion. And then you have the hint line right here. I don't know if it's going to focus, but 900 number. Of course, you don't really need to use that today. I doubt it's even still around or in service. But this is not the DualShock edition of the game, I found out, unfortunately. However, that's okay. I mean, you know, usually the DualShock version goes for about $29 on Amazon and Craigslist as well. You can find cheaper deals on the DualShock edition of this game on Amazon and Craigslist as still. But what I think would be neat is to implement maybe an HD remake of this game and make it 2 players and have an online feature just like Resident Evil 5 did with the partner gaming system. I think that is a very interesting way to, you know, implement something new, you know, to the gaming community and make us all work together to get through a game. You know, it just shows a great deal of respect towards others. I think that if we can all work together and to get through a game like that, people have noticed some flaws with it. You know, people. I'm not going to get into that. Anyways, to rate this game, I would give it a 10 out of 10. My only gripe about it is some of the camera angles in the game. That is my only gripe. They can be a little annoying at times when you're trying to kill a zombie and you're moving backwards and the camera view suddenly changes. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in a comment if you would like. Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching and have a good one.